Do you find that that stuff is coming at the cost of business?
I guess that's the fear. Like, that's why it's uncomfortable, right? The fear is if I log off at 5 p.m., something will get missed. So far, that hasn't happened. I log off and I go to the gym and the world doesn't end. So I think it is that process of like learning to trust that the systems you've set into place will work, and that, yeah, like working hard, but with boundaries, like, is healthy. If I want to do this long term, and if I don't want to burn myself out, then I have to slow it down and take care of me.
Sana learned that building healthy habits isn't just good for her, it's good for her business. Recently, she's been able to take on outside investment for the first time and triple the size of her staff, all without sacrificing her well-being. But that's not something that every entrepreneur learns so early on. I know I sure didn't. In 2012, I had started my company, Rise, and I was also a new father, and I was burning out. When I started to burn out as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, I burned out everybody else around me. So I started meditating. It became one of those things where, no matter what, I'll take some time to do that. Even if everything is on fire, I'm gonna go do that because I just know it's gonna make me more capable to handle everything else. So I've seen firsthand what meditation has done for me, but I wanted to take a closer look at the company that Michael Acton Smith built to understand how they think about bringing mental health into the workplace.
Welcome to Calm.
Wow.
We wanted to make an office that felt almost as if just a weight lifted off your shoulders as you walked through the door. Meditation was this incredible skill that's been around for thousands of years. But what intrigued Alex and I was that it was misunderstood. People felt it was a little bit woo-woo. They thought it might be connected to religion. We wanted to make Calm feel a little more accessible, a little more relatable.
This is a high-growth company, and you probably spend your time talking to people who are other CEOs, founders of high-growth companies. They're super busy.
Yeah.
How do you convince those people that meditation is even something that should be on their radar?
When you're running a business and a startup, you've got to think over the long term. You can't be that leader that is like a pinball, stuck in a pinball machine, bouncing around. Your team feed off that kind of frenetic, crazy energy. And although you can do that in the short term, I think it does a lot of damage longer term.
Okay, so I think everybody understands that food, exercise, sleep are performance drivers.
Yeah.
Right? But mind, that seems so complicated, and it doesn't actually seem like we have any toggles in our hands to do anything about that.
It's a really good point. I think it's why mental health has been so stigmatized. It was not something that was really thought about in the workplace. It's amazing how that's changed. And I think the pandemic has been part of that. Leaders are seeing the hugely negative impact on mental health on their teams and wanting to do something about it. Right at the height of the pandemic, we saw how much stress and anxiety and burnout there was across the company, and we decided to give everyone in the company a week off at the same time. And so it really helped reset and rebalance people.
If another entrepreneur hears, hey, if you allow your people time off, it's gonna make them happier, it's gonna make them healthier, it's gonna bring more smiles to their face, then what they say is, okay, that's really nice.
How does that impact the bottom line? Of course. Having more of a kind of mindful approach to work creates better working relationships. People work better together. They're happier at work. They're more likely to stay. They're more likely to kind of have those breakthrough ideas and connect with other parts of the business. So ultimately, absolutely, it positively impacts the bottom line.